What's up guys, this is Austin Keen. We got a hydrofoil. Basically simulates the feeling of flying the energy underwater. It's like flying a kite, but you're flying the wave energy. So it allows you to basically just hover above the water, lift you up and catch wave to wave to wave and just get super fun long rides. It makes the not so good conditions seem super fun. Waves are a little bit weak, but that's why we got the foil. Go work on the 2002 now. Rip out that interior. It's gonna be a good day.
Necessity with the 2002.
All right guys, this is I guess day 3 of working on the car.
Yeah.
We got a transmission right here in front of us, 5-speed from what, like a 320i or something?
Exactly, at E21 320i.
We're gonna keep this bad boy because it's in pretty good shape. But these are parts that we get to actually keep in the car.
Yeah, we're gonna refresh them, but we're gonna use a lot of this stuff just because they're desirable pieces.
But the main goal today is just to rip the guts out of this car, get it ready for body work, get it ready for paint, so that we can move on to
new interior,
get this thing looking fresh, and we can start building things back up.
Yeah.
So. Danny, are we gonna restore these headrests?
No, we're not.
Dude, these are perfectly fine.
I mean,
what's the big deal? Jeez, I can keep these for sure. All right, Danny, so what's the process? Usually people are taking apart these cars, and particularly 2002s.
So bigger things out first, front seats, back seats. I like to keep the carpet in as long as possible because when you're in there with no seat and there's no padding and you're kneeling down, you want a little bit of foam or something between your knees and the metal just to save it.
Yeah.
Go from there.
Yeah, are we gonna keep that back seat and restuff it, or are we just getting a brand new seat?
No, we're gonna restuff. We're gonna use the frame from that one and restuff it and get new fabric.
Cool. Danny really said we were gonna have the seats out at a timely manner, but I'm just not seeing that that's gonna happen. I'm just getting really frustrated because Danny put a 2-hour timeline on this project, and I just don't think the seats are gonna get out anytime soon. Looks like the seats are out, so we're gonna get back on and ripping out the interior. Can we just do no front seat and just a back seat? I could just be chilling like this, you know?
The Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah.
Headliner's in really good shape, that'll clean up.
Nice. Danny's acting like he really knows a lot about these cars, but it's really starting to piss me off.
Badges.
Are we gonna keep these cobwebs?
Yeah, they're vintage.
Vintage cobwebs. Taco mesa, you come here and eat tacos and have a good time.
Can I do the enchilada gentleman?
We're out here in Costa Mesa, Newport Beach, and you can't go to Newport Beach in this part of Orange County without experiencing the authentic taste and flavors of Taco Mesa.
Danny, what are you looking for?
Everything.
Are you in the zone right now?
Get in the zone, auto zone.
Back from lunch. As you can see, this engine bay is pretty dirty. We're not gonna jump on this right yet, but before we work in here, we're gonna spray it down with some heavy duty degreaser so that when we come back to clean it, it already has its first layer of soap on it and already starting to break down.
Let me get a couple squirts of that, Danny.
Yes, sir. As you can see, Austin uses the 2-hand method. I favor the 1-hand method. Chris isn't in the shop, so we're gonna make a nice puddle of grease on the middle of the floor.
I mean, look, it's already oil, like grease is dripping from it. what Danny's doing is he's taking the back bolt off the back hinge of the glove box. So once we get that out, it'll be our last step that we can finally pull this dash gracefully and gently, keep it from cracking, pull the thing out, and then we can get on the carpet and back seat.
Austin.
Yes, sir.
I need help.
7 mil?
7 mil. My hero. It's hard to find good help these days. Here we are, getting the cluster out. So you have your tach here, which is digital in this thing, and your speedometer, which is mechanical, meaning that an actual physical cable from the transmission is spinning this little unit here, and that gives you your...
For the transmission?
Yeah.
So the transmission is actually what's telling you how fast you're
Yeah.
So what you're saying is in 1975 they didn't use like GPS to tell you?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Well, at least not for the public.
There's your problem. The fan belt's tight, not tight enough.
Got some high-speed ventilation under the carpet here.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear.
Which we're replacing that anyway, the floorboards, right? That's
Yeah.
easy to replace, right?
I mean, easy is subjective. Removing the windshield lock strip, which at one point was chrome.
Really?
Yeah. And these things, essentially, you got a rubber seal and you press this lock strip in and it expands the seal, and that's what keeps your windshield in. Try and keep it intact just in case we can't get another one. These safe scrapers are perfect for something like this because they're not going to cut the rubber, because we're going to reuse this seal because they're expensive and this one's in good shape, and it won't scratch the glass.
So far we're trying to get dash out and it's really taken longer than I expected. Danny said it would take just a few minutes and it's been over an hour and a half. This just, to me, is unacceptable, and we need to get this windshield out a little quicker than the 45 to an hour and a half Danny said it's going to take. Take it too long, Danny. I told you, we need to get this project done as soon as possible. We have the Bimmerfest to get to, man.
Well, you got it out.
That was a little unreal, I'm not gonna lie. I got glass in my ear. Are we gonna reuse the windshield?
Yeah, we're definitely reusing this windshield.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. There we go. The dash is out. So now that I'm done smashing the windows, I put my safety glasses on. We're gonna take out the back seat.
This just comes up.
Yep.
And forward. Hello, halfway there.
Hey, an old Exile skimboard sticker. Oh God.
Man, there's a lot of sand in that.
Did you want to take this home as a souvenir?
No. Pretty cool, got almost a half century of a story in this car. Who knows what kind of stories this thing has.
All right guys, as you can see, we are in the 2002. This thing is ripped apart. There's no seats, there's no carpets. Finally got the dash out. Next step is basically start patching up the body and put this thing back together.
We gotta go through the wiring harness, make sure it's all good. Right now we're kind of at the decision where we're gonna decide color for the body, color for the interior, exactly what sort of accessories we're gonna put in this thing, and yeah.
All right, well, thanks for joining us on this episode of Blackout, and we'll see you guys next time.
Oh, Swami!
May peace and everlasting happiness always forever be on your side.
Hey, this vacuum sucks!
That's a good one, man. I like that. It's so crisp you can almost put your hand through it. It's
Rain-X.
because we use that Rain-X windshield cleaner. Yeah. Buckle up, little Danny. I got glass in my hand. So what I did is I did most of the hard work and slid the seat back. Now we have Danny kind of blowing through the easy stuff, which is disassembling the seat. Danny's trying to make me do stuff, and I really don't wanna. Like, he's starting to piss me off at this point. And as you saw, we busted the windshield because it was going to take too long otherwise. And I'm glad we did because that thing basically sharded apart